Welcome.
All right, thank you. Sorry about that. I want to just take this time to thank the council for stepping up to the plate in this urgent issue of care and services. Again, my name is Wallace, Corbett. I am not here as the chair of the Ron White Planning Council, nor as a past member of Whitman Walker Clinic Board or the Max Robinson Center Board, but a black man who has held the stench of a failing health care provider. What is going on? Clients are out of services and asked sometimes to travel 30 to 40 miles for services in other states. There has not yet been a clear written guidance for them. Question: how many clients are really affected by this transition? Second question: will this information be written for clients to know? What is the written plan given to each client on what services are being affected by the closing? 4, where can and how clients receive any services not covered by the jurisdiction in Ryan White Care Services? We need to receive information from each client on where their needs are, what their needs are, and would they have to travel to different jurisdictions to receive service and care. Also, there should be a period where each client is followed to ensure that they have completed this process. 7, and the information that each client, if a client has fallen out of care within the last 3 months of this transition, someone should be notified. It is clear too many clients are affected by HIV and AIDS are being systematically disenfranchised from one specter to the other. There is no written plan to take care of any of them since this brand new structure. But let me meet the real problem. This organization has failed the community with its unclear, low-focused leadership. How dare one person try to take the very fiber of a very organization and turn it to me, a second-rate mini-market, to cover an overcrowded client capacity of confusion and exposure of client confidential information. So, let me go a little deeper. I've heard today in the black community that there is a push to close the Max Robinson Center by promoting inefficient service that is now festering. Let me go a little deeper. The Heroes exhibit, which Mr. Catania is in, a black and white photography set which covers the history of HIV and AIDS in the District of Columbia, the largest exhibit in the United States, is right now being trashed by the new head of the Max Robinson Center. Let me go a little deeper and very fast. I believe that even some of the records are now being altered to alter the truth. In closing, since I only have 3 minutes to tell the truth, darn, if one person falls out of service and perishes, may the very structure of their emerging soul and spirit rage very heavy in the gallows of your soul. Because your failure as a leader and a frontier is disenfranchised my belief in the Whitman Walker Clinic, its care, and the services for life.
Thank you, Mr. Corbett. Right, Mr. Corbett?
That is correct.
All right. So, but the clinic has shown no interest in this. But what's even more shocking is that because they're a federally qualified health center, our Medicaid MCOs, again, are at a $95 rate. They are automatically eligible for the difference between the $95 and $150 for every visit. Automatically. And have not sought it since January of 2007. So for 2 years, the clinic has left 50% of its reimbursement on the table. And what is shocking to me, I mean, Mr. Corbett, I mean, you're the chair of the Planning Council. What have I misspoke?
Well, a huge portion of the money has been returned because they didn't spend it.
They didn't spend it, right.
Yeah. And that's hypocritical of an epidemic that is unbelievable in the District of Columbia. When you have the funds there, you just don't take the time to do the paperwork, to care for the clients, to pay for the cost of care. Someone has to be responsible for that. And it's not the people at this table.
It's the leader.
Thank you.
Mr. Corbett, you wanted to respond?
3 quick things. One is I encourage those who are in this room to come to the Planning Council meeting and hear. I mean, we'll give you the totals of service categories and the return of funds because they weren't utilized sufficiently. That's what we do. 2 quick things. One, and this is a personal thing, is that I went to the clinic to pick up something and walked into a door packed with individuals with one person yelling, "Who's here to get their STD test done or AIDS test? Sit over here." Now, this is a open health care entity, which means Susie Q can walk in and see a line of people packed in and determine that all these people have AIDS. Because that was a break of confidential information that no one needed to know when I walked in the door. And I told them, "I'm sorry, I'm not here for that. And you really shouldn't be telling everybody's business." But hey, I went to the second floor, and there's plenty of room with chairs and relaxing, but the clients are treated like, and excuse me, like shit.
Amen.
And I hate to be rude, but I was pissed. The second thing, the second thing is that the Max Robinson Center Advisory Board did exist until the second week of the AIDS Walk, the second week before the AIDS Walk. Don Blanchard called and told the Max Robinson Center Advisory Board, who had already raised $7,000 from January to the beginning of that walk, that you don't exist and that we will take your money and put it to the Whitman Walker Board. Now, I'm sorry, was it a hurricane or is his office too far from the river for him to take a ride over to the Max Robinson Center Community Advisory Board and have enough respect, if not guts, to say, you know what, we decided to disband you and you don't even exist. So, if you don't think that the people of Anacostia aren't pissed, I'm really confused what generation you're in. This has embarrassed me. I try my best from June to now to not even associate, because you have done nothing but drag this clinic down to now one building. Now, there is no growth. There is no expansion. So exactly where the new case is going to go? On the corner? Yeah, you don't even know yourself. You should be responsible.
All right, Mr. Corbett, I want to thank you.